And then had some people ask what specialty tools I have. Not really a lot. I guess the only specialty tool I have is the this guy here. I already put the clutch together, but this goes into the clutch drums. It locks in where the snap ring goes. And this goes like so. I put extensions on this. And then it pushes down the retainer, and you get the snap ring off. You can release that. Then you can take the piston out, and obviously do the same thing to put it back together. That I've just had forever. I think that was Dad's back when he was doing Allison's. So I didn't have to buy that. Snap ring pliers. Those do come in handy, especially when everything in here is a snap ring. These little ones here seem to be my favorite for the Turbo 350s. The bigger one, used it a couple times here now on the Turbo 400s. Actually, I just got the big ones, kind of getting used to them. This guy here I made. This holds the forward clutch assembly. The shaft that comes out of the drum, which is usually what you see that goes into the torque converter, that's all pressed together. So I usually put this in a vise so you get it up, high, and the shaft sticks through. Then you can do your work on, putting this all together and taking that all apart. And so that's what this is for. This I made years ago, and that works out really handy. Obviously, you want a good assortment of picks. The long ones here, those work out really good. Short ones, those work too, but kind of a pain in the butt. This here, my hose clamp thingy, this actually puts the two halves of the pump body so they're square. So when you put the two halves together before you torque it, you put this around the perimeter, you tighten it up, and it levels out these two surfaces. Otherwise it won't go in the pump, or it won't go in the case. And that's probably, an inch-pound torque wrench. That comes in handy. Where do I got my inch-pound torque wrench? Right here. You need one of them for putting a valve body on. Set of feeler gauges. What else do I need? On the Turbo 350s, I came up with this little guy here. And this takes out the last piston inside the body of the transmission. This goes in the back, and I use this over here. This gets threaded in like so, and that compresses the springs, and you get the clip off, and you get that piston out. That's probably all the tools I really have specifically for doing transmissions. You'd think there'd be a lot more, but that's all I need. Now granted, I only do the Chevys, the 350s, the 400s, the Power Glides, and 700 R4s. That's usually all I need to make that happen. I don't deal with a lot of the Ford ones or the Chrysler ones. There might be more tools for them, I don't know. I might be doing a 727 this summer, or this winter. So that'll be new to me. We'll see what that all takes, but from what I gather, they're not too bad to do. So yeah, that's what I got for tooling. Other than that, it's just basically the same stuff you got, sockets and wrenches and screwdrivers and, nothing too fancy. But a lot of people have been asking about videos. A lot more people have been asking now this past week. So once I get this car done and out of my life, at least for winter, it's gonna slow up a little bit here, and I know I'm not gonna be under the gun. And like I said, I do have a couple transmissions coming in. I even have a Turbo 350 already apart that I have to redo. It's actually my swing transmission. So when a buddy of mine calls up and says, hey, my tranny's blowing up and I need a transmission to go racing tomorrow, I usually have one laying here ready to go. This actually came out of my buddy's Model A that he races. That one's uniquely blown up. But what I'm thinking is I'm gonna probably stick that back together real quick, and then I'll use this one as my demo, show you kind of what it's all gonna take, and kind of do a quick run through. I know Chevy 265, he did ask me last year, early this spring, about putting up a video, and I haven't forgotten about you. I'm gonna do that. But I've had a pretty good outcry of people wanting to see this, so we'll make something happen. But with that, I need to get crack-a-lacking. So starting to warm up here a little bit. Heater's been running. Hey, look, the boat motor's still here. Yeah, don't get me going on that. So we'll talk to you guys later.